Krishna. So here we're dealing with another variation of Samadhi Tal. Now before I continue with this one, I'll also like to make a note of a type of variation. If you practice in Dayan practice lesson, you'll know that when I did rati ta, I will also roll my fingers for a slight variation of when you play mridanga. For example, here's rati ta. Now, variation of that is kind of roll your fingers. You have to ultimately practice it. It's hard to explain how you roll your fingers, but so if you keep practicing that, you could use that type of roll, which adds dynamic sounds to the mridanga in this particular mantra. So I'll just do the take up to this mantra. Dhin, ta, dhin, rati ta, ta, dhin. So that's the mantra. So if we add this slight roll variation with the fingers, it'll sound like this. So FYI, it's just something to practice with to make it the mridanga sound a little bit more dynamic. So it's hard to explain. You just ultimately have to practice it and continue to practice. And so with this particular lesson, just another variation of this Samadhi Tal. So the mantra for it goes like this: Dhin, Ta Ta dhin, rati ta, ta ta dhin. So the last dhin is the same as the beginning. So dhin, ta ta dhin, rati ta, ta ta dhin. So I'll play it real quick. Dhin, dhin, ta ta dhin, rati ta, ta ta dhin, ta ta dhin, rati ta, ta ta dhin. So this is a little bit confusing because we're dealing with two types of tas. The capital case ta that we've normally been doing in this particular rhythm, but this one we're adding also a lowercase ta. So I'll show you the distinction. So with this mantra, it goes like this: Dhin, ta. The first ta is a capital T. Then the second one is only one side. So it goes dhin, ta ta dhin, but it's like a flip. Ta ta dhin. So dhin, ta ta dhin, rati ta, ta ta dhin. So if you look at the mantra, you'll see with the capital ta with the capital T, and then the lowercase ta. So that's when you play it. So then you'll recognize the mantra, and then you'll be able to play it. So dhin, ta ta dhin, rati ta, ta ta dhin, ta ta dhin. So, dhin, ta ta dhin. So that's the mantra: dhin, ta ta dhin, rati ta, ta ta dhin, ta ta dhin. So, I'll use the same standard that I used for the previous lessons for this one. So I'll just count it out, and then I'll chant the mantra to see when you come in. So if you looked at my previous lessons, which is mandatory to understand why I'm not starting on the dhin and why I'm starting on the ta. So that's because you have to hear the kirtan singer play first, and then you have to go in on not on the 1 count, but on like a 4 count probably. So you have to count it out. So all this was explained in my previous lessons in more detail, so you have to watch those. So now I'll just do my traditional standard of chanting, counting it out, and then I'm chanting with it. So I'll also be using the tehais we used in the previous lesson. So so you can recognize how to use it in a rhythm now and not later. So Hare 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I'll chant it out, but I'll also be using the variation we learned from the last lesson with this lesson also. Remember, the last lesson was dhin, ta, dhin, rati, rati, ta, 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 dhin. So I'll be combining these variations. That's a good thing about variations. You can do them simple, then you can combine them and put them together, etc. So that's what the cool thing about learning variations. So I'll just chant and then I'll add the variation that we learned from our very last lesson. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. So I'll count it out, do the simple form, and then I'll do the same standards. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so with this one, I'll be doing it with some kirtan music. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, I'll do it from this side once more again. Hare Krishna,